In this video, I'm going to show you how not to fail on a vegan diet by rolling out some long lost footage of a popular keto carnivore health influencer and his wife back when they were vegan. They both failed on a vegan diet and have since built a brand around trying to convince you that the vegan diet is a death diet, a cult. Yeah, we've all heard that before. So let's take a look back in time at what they were actually doing.
So you're a raw foodist, right?
Yeah, been doing raw for about 2 years. Slow transition. Now I'm starting to get into colonics thanks to Mr. Monarch and his advice. Hitting up the enema bags and feeling great. Doing about 75 coconuts a week.
Where do you get your protein from?
All these greens and the kale and nuts.
Well, and then coconuts. Look right outside. We've got 75 coconuts out in the front door.
But greens are abundant with protein.
Right off the bat, you can tell we are talking about protein deficient raw vegans. There, I said it. Nobody's going to get enough protein from coconuts and kale on a raw vegan diet. It's just not going to happen. But did you notice the contrast between his enthusiasm for 75 coconuts a week and the look on her face? She looks like she is so sick of coconuts, and you probably would be too. And that's why I think she took the driver's seat in their relationship when it came to food decisions. But we're not going to let this whole enema thing slide. Nah, so you're just going to have to see this to believe it.
Before I was doing it, I would be eating for energy sometimes, and every once in a while I would just get really bogged down. My digestion would be backed up, and I wouldn't know why I didn't have energy. But now, if I'm feeling low energy, if I get the hangover type feeling from the detox, wake up in the morning, do some enemas. I've actually been doing garlic enemas pretty heavily, which I would highly recommend. I've been doing garlic, aloe vera, and MMS in my enemas.
What was once known as Miracle Mineral Supplement, but for legal reasons had to change its name to Miracle Mineral Solution, is a 28% sodium chloride solution in distilled water. When mixed with a weak acid, it generates chlorine dioxide, an industrial bleach and water purifier. When ingested even in relatively small amounts, it can cause nausea and vomiting and diarrhea, whereas larger doses can cause renal failure, hemolysis, which is a rupturing of the red blood cells, and even death.
I've been doing garlic, aloe vera, and MMS in my enemas. I'll put about 25 drops of MMS, mix up about 5 cloves of garlic with it, with aloe vera in the blender, and it just sets me off on my day. Like, it's a wonderful way to start the day.
In the book Healing the Symptoms Known as Autism, Kerry Riviera recommends giving children hourly doses of MMS as a way to cure their autism. What's worse is she also advocates the use of MMS enemas, which result in the recipient passing bits of their intestine. You'd think this, along with the nausea and vomiting, would be a clear warning sign to parents about the dangers of MMS, but unfortunately the people who promote it say that these children are passing parasites, and this is actually a sign of them becoming well.
Highly suggested. Go easy on the garlic enemas at first because garlic thins your blood. So as soon as it hit you, you might feel like a relaxing feeling. You might even get a little lightheaded, but it's wonderful. You'll pass all kinds of mucus, just clumps of it.
Okay, so we have the one in the top didn't come out as clear as I would have liked it, but it's a whole bunch of little parasites. And the one over there on the plate is a 21-inch parasite. It's the Ascaris lumbricoides. And this one was also really long. You'll see that one in a minute. Okay, here's another.
I don't even have any words for that. Why would you put bleach up your butt, dude? Huh? And you can bet that dude would tell you that he was under the spell of the vegan cult and it was all he could do to deal with the symptoms from the death diet. Yeah, I guess I probably would be pretty backed up if I was eating 75 coconuts a week and putting bleach up my butt. But I'm not doing that, and I don't know anybody who is. I don't know any vegans who are doing that, except for you. That's on you, bro. I reject your deposit.
How long have you been eating raw? We've been on this journey for about 2.5 years, 3 years?
2.5.
2.5 years.
Not like all raw, straight up.
We've been
overnight
going,
or
it's been a
anything.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
And
Ups
just-
and downs, rounds and rounds.
It's about doing what's working now. And always being open. Yeah. It's been fun.
And she was just a skinny little runt, and we've been giving her as much raw beef as we can, which is kind of weird, getting raw meat and handling it. But you know, it's kind of helped me come to terms with some of the animal world, because although she's a carnivore, she's nothing but love.
Right. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
So what happened? I'm guessing not too long after this video, maybe a year or so, she gets pregnant. Her female instincts kicked in, and she instantly realized that she's not going to be able to sustain childbirth messing around with this Matt Monarch raw vegan 75 coconuts a week, putting bleach up your butt type boyfriend diet. And she had to get some actual calories and some nutrition in. But I'm sure that these two would be the first on the internet to tell you about the NWO vegan agenda and why you shouldn't go vegan. That's part of their brand. It's essential to their brand. Look, there's a lot more telling stuff in these two videos, but rather than go through and try to chop them up and comment on each and every little thing, I'm gonna let you guys draw your own conclusions by preserving these two videos in full. Because right now they're posted on a YouTube channel that I think is gonna disappear off of YouTube. So I'm gonna preserve these right here and let you guys see them and make your own conclusions. You're welcome.
And you guys remember Tristan, right? Mushroom enthusiast.
Yes. There's actually a big pile of, I think it's reishi right over there to your right.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is the tea that I made from that stuff the other day. Didn't kill me. Did not send me to the Pleiades or anything. I'm still here. Good stuff, good stuff. Very calming, soothing effects. There's actually a pot of it right over here.
No hallucinogenic effects?
Yes, no hallucinogenic effects. I still remember my name. I did not enter the birthing canal again. Still here.
And we got your partner right here.
Yes, introducing the raw chef,
Hello, hello.
Jessica.
I want to demystify eggplant. This lovely thing here. Because I never knew what to do with it. And come down here and find that the garden is overflowing with all these huge eggplants. So,
Yeah, so before we tried to do a concoction with the eggplant and it didn't work, so we got the raw chef expert here to make it all happen. So we're excited about that.
yeah, inspired by what my mom used to do a lot when she cooked eggplant. She would do kind of a stuffing, Italian flavored, spicy blend type of thing. So we're gonna try for a eggplant cracker with some Italian seasonings, spreaded sunflower dip goodness all together. And I think the secret is really to chop up the eggplant a little bit, put it in a colander like this, and just throw salt on it, kind of mixing it around with your fingers. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but you see it'll get real wet like that. And that's all the, I don't know, enzymes getting activated, things waking up and breaking up and opening. And then put it here in this little bowl with some olive oil and garlic. Toss it together and let it sit for, this has been sitting for a while, but maybe an hour. You can flip it over halfway through.
How did you prepare the garlic?
I just chopped it.
Just chopped garlic, thin chopped?
No, it's just minced.
Okay, minced garlic.
Yeah.
So it's marinated.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. And then we come to the shredded sunflower seed pate dip sauce with maybe a cup of sunflower seeds. Let's see what's going on there. There's a red onion, lots of garlic. Tristan and I eat garlic like apples.
They know.
So,
Garlic in all orifices.
yeah. Oh. All right, you mentioned. So, there's probably about a head of garlic in there.
Wow.
No pressure on anyone to follow suit.
It gives it a spiciness, the garlic.
Right.
It's a really good spicy flavor.
right? But if you're not used to it, it could be a little fuerte. So maybe start with 2, 3, take it from there, test it. Onion, basil, and this has the most beautiful flower in it. You can see that, just little layers of life bursting
How much basil
forth.
did you put in there? Just a little bit?
I did probably a cup, and I did 2 different types of basil. We have this one too. Put some flowers in, just because they're so pretty.
So the way we usually make recipes is we don't really use measurements. We just toss in whatever we've got and kind of make little
Right.
concoctions. You know, I mean, measuring it for some people, they appreciate if you have measurements and stuff, but we're all about the eyeballing and just doing whatever we feel is good, using what we have and what we love. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an ongoing drama of our TV show.
Yeah, sorry
So-
to people who
It's
like
just, it's so hard because everybody has their own unique palette that you're working with. And so I can't, what I'm going to enjoy is very different than what Tristan may enjoy, what you guys may enjoy, or anybody else. So it's really, and it's part of that alchemical process too, is you're putting all your,
Totally.
you're putting your energy into it so it fits you and it gives you your nutrients and your life force.
Well, and then how about this? I mean, it's not like every piece of garlic is equally strong.
Right.
Not every
Right.
piece of eggplant tastes the same. So if you go to a restaurant and they're using the same ingredients every single time, the same amount of ingredients, you're not going to get the same taste necessarily every time because all these fruits and vegetables, they're not all created equal.
So I'm squeezing half of a luscious lemon. And I also, turmeric is a little secret ingredient, one of my favorite herbs. I put some of that in there, as well as some black pepper.
Why do you like turmeric?
I'm a big fan of the anti-inflammatory properties and the support it delivers to my organs and the huge anti-cancer benefits that people receive.
And the taste isn't bad, too.
And it tastes very good.
There's a
How
nice
long
yellow
have you
pepper.
been eating raw?
We've been on this journey for about 2.5 years, 3 years?
2.5.
2.5 years.
Not like all raw, straight up.
We've been
Overnight
going,
or
it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And
Ups
just-
and downs, rounds and rounds.
It's about doing what's working now and always being open. It's been fun. So in addition to the basil, I put in some fresh oregano, and I prefer the fresh herbs, but dried would I'm sure work as well.
Where do you get your protein from?
All these greens and the kale and nuts.
Well, and then coconuts.
And
Look
the
right outside.
coconuts.
We've got 75 coconuts out in the front door.
But greens are abundant with protein. And I believe the protein in meat, a lot of that, when you cook it and you heat it, it gets decreased by like 50% or something astronomical. So, greens, nuts. I was just out in the garden picking the herbs and the eggplant, and I was inspired by these huge kale trees. They're just massive, taller than I am. So I had to pick some and give my thanks. Put it all in here. And I think we're ready to blend. And I need to add some water. Let's see how it goes. Ready? Give me some water. I'm gonna add a touch of water.
Put reishi tea in there.
We could put reishi tea in. You want to try that?
Well, we'll see how this goes.
Have you made this recipe before? Are you just making this up?
I did make it before. I had to make sure it tasted good before I shared it with everybody. And when I made it the first time, I had this marinating, and then there was this delicious olive oil garlic sauce. Couldn't throw it away, so I grabbed some peppers and tomatoes, bell peppers for some sweetness, and the medley of hot peppers that we have here today. And chopped those up, and it was a whole food spicy dip. And sun-dried tomatoes also. See, good thing I laid everything out.
guys just missed a total brawl here about what should go in and what shouldn't go in. Between Jessica and Tristan.
Who was the winner, though? I think Jessica was.
I don't know. It was a bit of a compromise for everybody.
We usually do that when we're making stuff. Jessica will, she'll start out and do like the base of it, and she'll ask me my opinion, which she usually doesn't really want. It's just like a polite thing. And I'll tell her, oh, I think it needs this or this, and she'll tell me, no, it doesn't. And I'll usually end up throwing it in there anyways. But yeah, it's all about the taste test for us. Like, you just gotta taste it, see if it works. I think before you put things in the dehydrator, they should be really flavorful, because it loses it when it's in there. It seeps around and it loses a lot of that flavor. So if something's less, it's better if it's more flavorful than you want than less flavorful, in my opinion.
That's true. So while we had that little break, I added some more sea salt, and I added more turmeric. Maybe there's a tablespoon of turmeric in there now. Quite a bit.
Well, the impression I got was, Jessica like starts the recipe and she actually makes it all happen, and then Tristan comes around and starts
Messing it all up. No.
I guess that's kind of how you can put it. See, I would say I come and fix it. I'm the fixer-upper. That's kind of what I do. And,
do you ever make your own recipes?
Well, yes.
Like what?
Like cutting open coconuts. I make this great thing. It's called coconut water. You just open up the coconut, you pour it in the blender, pour yourself a cup. It's really good.
There you go.
But I make a lot of desserts. I'm kind of the dessert guy. I make like mango pies, pie crusts, pie fillings.
That's true.
Yeah. Jessica's not as into the sweets as I am.
So here, it's all laying out, and then we have a nice green sunflower spice mixture in there, and I kind of just dollop a spoonful or so onto it, and you can choose. There's two different ways that I've done this. Either leaving it in the dehydrator overnight for a longer period of time, and you get this really nice cracker, which could be good if you have kids and you're trying to give them more raw things, more vegetables. Really nice cracker, and it almost has a Parmesan cheesy taste the way the topping dries. Or you could do it more as a raw pasta type of thing. If you leave it in for a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, leave it in and it'll be chewy, kind of creamy.
I call it ravioli. I think it's kind of like an Italian, it's like a spicy Italian flavor. It almost tastes like spicy Italian sausage or something like that.
Wow.
And when you eat it when it's slightly soft, it's really good. It tastes like ravioli because, you get the soft shell with the inside gooey crunchiness. But either way, I mean, if you leave it in overnight, they're great. Really good, salty, spicy crackers.
And I like to sprinkle a little bit of cayenne on top as a cracker. It's super special.
Should I do that while you do this?
If you're feeling a little more gourmet and like you have some more patience and want to go for the pasta type, you can have a you can get a thinner slice.
Sparky! Sorry.
No. I get to see that all the time. It's beautiful.
So I'm just sprinkling the cayenne on there, giving a little pinch. Don't want to make it too much.
Because we're also doing a pepper marinade type thing. So have a thinner slice like this, and then you can just put it and then fold it on top and dehydrate it like that, and you get a little pocket.
How come you didn't do that last time?
Because
Something like that. Why
What's
not?
going on here?
it's a little more work. That's what it comes down to.
She has really, really lazy fingers. Her fingers are weak, and they can't, it's because she doesn't eat enough animal protein, so her fingers aren't straight. No, I'm just kidding. Danny bites us.
I'll fold some more of these here.
Wow.
You can see this one's nice and thin. And the marinating helps them be more flaccid.
Do you think I could try one right now? Do you think it'd be good if I just ate it wet?
Yeah, try it.
Alright.
Try this one.
I want this one.
Okay.
It's nice and thin. pretty good as is.
A little bitter though, no?
It's not that bad.
I think people a lot of times have issues with eggplant with the bitterness. And I find that the sweating really helps release whatever's going on.
I don't taste any bitterness at all, actually. It tastes kind of, it tastes salty and soft, like when you take zucchini and marinate it. It almost tastes just like that. It's really good. I prefer them dehydrated, but they're still good raw.
And when they're dehydrated, it's very important to chew thoroughly. So here, I was just going to put this aside and we can make this pepper blend.
Did you want to show people how to make it sweat?
Oh yeah. Keep this guy here.
Go.
So the visual to make the eggplant sweat, here we'll do a nice thin slice, or so. And half. And you keep going. This is why I did thicker slices, it's just a bit easier. Here. And then I do it kind of as a layer. We're working with this bowl here. So I'll sprinkle in some sea salt and then just kind of scrub it in, swish it around little by little, and then you let it sit for 30 minutes.
And that's it, huh?
And that's it.
Cool.
Then you marinate it.
Right on.
That's ready.
And who do we got there?
Jessica Lee.
And?
Oh, hey, Tristan.
And?
Fantastic. Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, trying to make eggplant work. And once you get him out at the Raw Food World TV show. My neighbor Tristan just came over here, and he noticed this tree right here. What's up, Tristan?
What's up, guys?
This tree, you guys probably remember, it had mistletoe on it, which is a parasite to trees, and it killed it. And we know it's dead. How do we know it's dead?
Well, I'd say it's dead because there's fungus growing on it.
Look at that, yeah.
So it's kind of a beneficial thing almost that it is dead, because I think this is reishi. I'm not sure. I was looking at some pictures online, and the form, the smoothness of it, all seems like reishi to me, but I don't know. So we're wondering what you guys think.
Yeah, totally. What do you guys think? Is that reishi?
Let us know. Will it kill me if I make a tea?
If it is reishi, what was the suggestion you were giving me so we could get unlimited supply of it?
Well, I hear what you want to do. My friend Andre was telling me about this. Is if you find a tree stump or you got a specimen on it, you want to keep it kind of in the dark and in a place where there is a little bit of moisture. So I think the best thing to do would be to chop this right here and take this section and go, here's some more. Thank you very much.
Hey, Pepe.
Look at that. Look how crazy that is.
Wow.
And look at the side here, these like fibrous little sections.
Yeah.
We even got an ant crawling on there, if you could see that.
Wow.
So yeah, most tree fungus are medicinal or at least edible. So yeah, we want to figure out what this is. Figure out if we should make some tea or some tincture. Let us know. We don't know.
Right on. So you're a raw foodist, right?
Yeah, been doing raw for about 2 years. Slow transition. Now I'm starting to get into colonics thanks to Mr. Monarch and his advice. Hitting up the enema bags and feeling great. Doing about 75 coconuts a week.
How did the colonics, what did that do for you?
Everything.
Everything?
Just make things up. No. The first thing that I noticed was my stomach getting tighter. And I need to eat less food now, and I realize that the more food I eat, the less energy I have. It's pretty crazy. Before I was doing it, I would be eating for energy sometimes, and every once in a while I would just get really bogged down. When my digestion would be backed up, and I wouldn't know why I didn't have energy. But now, if I'm feeling low energy, if I get the hangover type feeling from the detox, wake up in the morning, do some enemas. I've actually been doing garlic enemas pretty heavily, which I would highly recommend. I've been doing garlic, aloe vera, and MMS in my enemas. I'll put about 25 drops of MMS, mix up about 5 cloves of garlic with it, with aloe vera in the blender, and it just sets me off on my day. Like, it's a wonderful way to start the day. Highly suggested. Go easy on the garlic enemas at first because garlic thins your blood. So as soon as it hit you, you might feel like a relaxing feeling. You might even get a little lightheaded, but it's wonderful. You'll pass all kinds of mucus, just clumps of it.
Wow. So you're doing good?
Doing good, doing well. You know, I'm alive. I'm here in Vilcabamba, the best place on earth, in my opinion. Foraging for some wild fungus, playing with the wild doggy. There's a little. She's actually a raw foodist too. She's eating raw meat,
Right.
which many people might not think is the greatest thing, but she's a healthy dog. We got her about a month ago, and she was just a skinny little runt, and we've been giving her as much raw beef as we can, which is kind of weird, getting raw meat and handling it, but you know, it's kind of helped me come to terms with some of the animal world, because although she's a carnivore, she's nothing but love.
Right. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
And then you have a raw food partner, Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica's actually over at the Goddess celebration right now. No men allowed. Don't ask, don't tell.
They're doing exercise fun right now. We're actually gonna get Jessica on the TV show. She's an expert raw chef, and she made this amazing. Got a little dog on me. She made this awesome like salsa, hot salsa stuff that I added to some of my meal, which was really good. So hopefully we'll get her on and do some recipes.
Yeah, maybe we could do the coconut yogurt. She's been making coconut yogurt almost every day. We've got so many coconuts, and we've just been blasting this coconut yogurt out all the time. It's really good. You gotta be careful though, because you can blow up your jars. It ferments so fast if you put it on top of the dehydrator. So yeah, hopefully we can get that going soon.
Sweet. Cool. So you guys, is that reishi or is it not reishi? Let us know. What is that?
Will it kill me?
Right on. And who do we got there?
We got Tristan Haggard.
And Matt Monarch. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
I don't even have any words for that. You were putting bleach up your butt? Huh? Nah, man. No, you don't do that. Alright, y'all know what time it is. Red Pill Vegan. Next.